Whoa, right guys, cold one today, but hey up and welcome to Skipton. I'm here today on a bridge overlooking the Leeds-Liverpool Canal in this lovely market town in North Yorkshire. For anyone who doesn't know, this town's about 27 miles northwest of Leeds, and it sits along the River Aire, the same river that flows through Leeds city centre. Not only does this town feature in all the happiest and best places to live in Britain surveys and charts and all that sort of thing, but it's also another doomsday town. So in the 10th century a castle was built here out of wood, a Mott and Bailey castle, and then in the 12th century the castle was fortified, and it was basically to protect from attacks from Scotland to the north. And then sort of in the Middle Ages the town was sort of built up around this castle because the castle offered some protection from the potential wars and things like that, and it just basically encouraged urbanization. And not only is that castle still standing, but you can actually visit it today, and it's one of the best preserved and most complete medieval castles in Britain, which is incredible really. Nowadays Skipton's primarily a tourist town thanks to its market, its historic architecture and its proximity to the Yorkshire Dales. And not only is it cracking for tourists, but it's also got an amazing pub scene. There's more pubs than you'd ever want to do in a day here. So today we're going to have a wander and see if we can find some micro pubs here in Skipton. But don't worry if you think I'm going to miss some good spots by just looking for the micro pubs, because we're going to come back very soon and cover some more of the pubs here. Anyway, if hunting for some micro pubs sounds good to you, then join me and let's have a wander. Now this pub here behind me is the Soundbar. That's one I'm going to go to next time on the list, but it is a cracking spot. It did used to be a little sort of micro pub, but they moved and expanded into that big building there because it was just so successful. So yeah, you have to stay tuned for the next Skipton video to see that one. Anyway, let's find this first pub, the Swadford Tap. Here we are, coming up to the Swadford Tap now. I'm going to have to quickly bob over the road because the crossing's gone, but yeah, I'll show you. Let's see what beers they've got on. I think this is a new one for me actually. I don't think it was here the last time I came to Skipton, but we'll have a look in and I'll remind myself. Have a look. What am I going to go?
It's not eating on, but it's sticking out warm.
This is nicer than outside, I'll tell you that. Freezing. Well, I'm going to do a pint of the Alt, I think. You can't pass that one up.
It's not my pint.
Yeah, it is. I don't think I've ever had the settle from before.
It's good actually. I tell you who do a very good one, Harrogate.
Yeah,
I've
had that one, that's really nice, yeah.
What backpack, I'll have it.
What was the other one we had?
Open shoulder.
Oh, you poor.
Sunbeam plum porter, that was really nice. Sunbeam is good.
Oscars do one, but it's sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not as good.
Yeah. Oh, nice one.
But, yeah,
It's good, that.
the Harrogate's one, I think one at best.
Yeah, it's really good. Nice one. Yeah, there's enough to go at. I'm in the Swadford Tap. I've got a Craven Brew Altbier, cask German style beer, so I'm going to give this one a go. I don't know if I've even ever had an Altbier before, so this will be really interesting. But first, big thank you to Slurpy Dave for getting this one in. You're an absolute legend. For anyone who doesn't know, Slurpy Dave is a YouTube real ale legend. After this video, go subscribe to his channel. I'll put a link in the description below, and there's also a link to my Buy Me a Coffee, so if you want to get a beer in, that'd be really generous of you. But yeah, we'll give this Alt beer a go. Cheers. Well, I'll tell you what, it's like really nice and bitter, but with a lovely strong toffee flavour as well. I could session that really easily. Yeah, cheers. Definitely have another one of them. Nice one. I'm going to just do the outro outside of Swadford Tap because our next pub is literally over the road from here. But yeah, that was an absolutely cracking micropub. Proper no frills little spot. I know some people don't like it when a micropub has like maybe a fruit machine or something like that, but it was very much locals pub, decent real ales on. Two of the best pints we've had in a long while with them two, and yeah, no music, friendly as anything landlord. Just honestly, I couldn't fault that one. Yeah, the decor, I'm more a fan of the sort of traditional style, but they do live music and stuff there, so it sort of fits with what they're going for. Absolutely fantastic start to the video. Anyway, we're going to head over the road now to one called Speakeasy, which is, as the name suggests, a sort of 1920s themed little micro bar. And it actually used to be that pub I just showed you, the sound bar. This is their old premises before they moved to the big one. So yeah, I'll show you it now. Hey up.
Hey up, mate, how are you?
Good, good. Yeah, I'll have a pint of that, definitely. Yeah, I've got to go for that if that's the pub's beer.
Then I shall go for the bitter then.
Alright, there you go. Nice one.
Old pipes.
Oh yeah, right, I'm here in Speakeasy. I've got my Speakeasy cream ale, which they brew for this pub, so nowhere else in Skipton's allowed to sell it. And I tell you, it looks fantastic, absolutely gorgeous, clear golden colour. And but yeah, big thank you to Brian from the USA for getting this one in, and we'll give it a go. Tell you what, fantastic. Does what it says on the tin. Lovely creamy pale ale, nice bitter finish, slight fruity notes, but not too much. My kind of pale, this one. Nice, it tastes very English hopped as well, like that sort of Fuggles Golding type flavours coming through. Lovely traditional pint, that one. Fantastic. Cheers. Right, so yeah, that behind me, if you can see it, was the Speakeasy. Now, I loved that place. 1920s theme, 4 cask beers on, and really nice chilled out vibe. One of the most friendly, I know I say this a lot, but genuinely one of the most friendly and nicest barmen I've ever been served by. 100% recommend popping in there if you've come into Skipton for the day. Yeah, just couldn't fault that one. Anyway, we're going to head now to the Beer Engine, which is quite a famous Skipton pub. I'll tell you more about it when we get inside, but basically it's possibly Yorkshire's best pub. Anyway, yeah, I'll show you. Oh, right, up the side street, here we are at the Beer Engine. It's Keighley and Craven Pub of the Year 2023 and 2024. It won Yorkshire Pub of the Year 2023, so yeah, I'll show you the outside and I'll show you inside. Hey.
Some t-shirts with them.
Yeah, it's chilly out there.
Let's have a look. Can I get a pint of the milk stout, please?
Do you do the flight of 3/3 still? I might do that actually for a change. I'll do Union, Feckless and White Monk, please.
I've done it.
Right guys, I've gone for something a little bit different today. They had a flight of thirds, which I know is a bit more common in some places, but I never see it nowadays. So I thought, why not do something a bit different for a change? So I've got Thornbridge Union, Red Willow Feckless, and Goose Eye something or other, I can't remember now. Basically a pale ale, but we're going to give them a go. So you see you get this little paddle with 3/3 pints of beer in. And yeah, I thought I'd go a bit off piste and not get the dark beer for a change and try something else. Let's see what they're like. So we've got Thornbridge Union. I think it's a 6% IPA. Do you know what? A lot better than I thought it'd be actually. I'm not a big fan of the super like hoppy IPAs, the West Coast hop bombs or the super sweet New Englands, but that is a really well balanced IPA. It's got a nice little sort of, I want to say biscuity or doughy character to it, and then the hop finish is just pleasant in the back of your mouth, and it just lingers a little bit, but it's not too much. Yeah, definitely a decent beer. I've not had a Thornbridge in a while, but I'm always pretty impressed when I get one, to be fair, so I'm not too surprised, but cheers. This one is the Red Willow Feckless. It's a bitter, and definitely never had this one before, but I have had a couple of Red Willow beers in the past and they've always been alright, so let's give this one a go. Oh wow, that's really surprising actually. It's not sort of your typical bitter. It's got a pretty strong hit of treacle in there, and then a very nutty finish. I could definitely drink a few of them. That's a lot better than I was expecting it to be actually. Cheers. I've just been to check, I was totally wrong about this one. It's the Phoenix White Monk, their hoppy pale ale, 4.5%. So let's give this one a go. I'll tell you what, that's the most bitter hoppy one of the day. Really strong bitter note, but it still has that nice caramel character to it. It's not just a pure hop bomb. Still decent beer, even though normally I don't go for super hoppy ones. I'm pretty pleased with that one. Nice little paddle, this one. Cheers. Aye, that was the Beer Engine. Now, it's a fantastic pub. There's not much more to say about it. There's a reason it wins Yorkshire Pub of the Year and is a finalist for Britain's Pub of the Year. You know, it's just brilliant. The decor is really interesting. There's loads of funny signs up on the walls. The beer, all three of my drinks were absolutely fantastic, and same with my dad's pint of milk stout. Absolutely beautiful, perfectly kept, just couldn't fault them. And yeah, the barmaid, really friendly again. So just incredible really how nice everyone's been today so far in Skipton. It's really a town where you're made to feel welcome. Just fantastic so far. Anyway, yeah, we're going to try and find Hustle now, which is another one I've not been in, and I think it used to be a different one. It's sort of changed hands recently, so we're going to see how it's faring nowadays. Anyway, yeah, let's have a wander. Right, yeah, we're heading to Hustle now, but I just remembered, I just wanted to say on this video a big thank you to Fred and Phil, whose comments I'll try and put up next to me here somewhere. They both recommended I come to Skipton on a little pub crawl, and so yeah, thank you for that. Anyway, on to the next one. Right, this next spot used to be a micropub called Two Doors In, but now it's called Hustle, and neither of us have been in here since the changeover, so it'll be interesting to see how it's doing. But it's a nice, like, terraced townhouse from the outside, so it's really a nice little spot actually, like all of them in Skipton. Anyway, I'll show you now. Hello.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hi.
Pint of blonde, please.
Yeah, 2 pints of blonde, please.
It's not warm, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Right,
Give me that one. There you go.
Take it upstairs. Oh gosh, it's cold, isn't it? Right, we've got the beer swapped for another of the same, the Craven Blonde, so we're going to give this one a go. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Bitter, hoppy, nice malty characteristic to it as well. Absolutely fantastic. That was worth the swap, that one. Cheers. Yeah, that was Hustle. Micro bar, a bit of a, I suppose, bohemian atmosphere to it. We had an issue with our beer at first. Honestly, that cask of the blonde, the first one, tasted more like a cider than it did a beer. It wouldn't have even shocked me if you'd have said it was a cider. That's how funny it was. But we took it back, we swapped it, no bother whatsoever. She just put a fresh cask on for us, and we had a beautiful pint of Craven Blonde, so can't complain at that in the slightest. Decor, probably not for me. Music, probably not for me. But that being said, still a great spot. Absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And I would go in again for a pint, so another good spot really for me to tick off. Even if the sort of vibe isn't quite my cup of tea. We've actually not had a bad spot so far, so doing really well. Anyway, we've got 2 more micro pubs in Skipton to go to. We've got Early Doors and Yorkshireman, and I'm pretty sure I've been in the Early Doors before, but I've not been in the Yorkshireman. So we'll play this by ear and see if I'm right about that. But yeah, we're just coming up to the Early Doors now, so I'll show you it, and let's hope they have some good beers on like everywhere else has had today. I tell you, this might be the best pub crawl beer wise that I've done so far. As you can see, Early Doors is a very unassuming little spot, but it's a proper classic micro pub, this one. So yeah, let's have a look in, see what beers they got on. Oh god, it's cold. Cold.
I know, okay.
Get my glasses on.
Because the pendle's so lovely.
Is it? Alright, yeah, we'll do a pint of the New Lord Dark and a pint of the Pendle
Yeah,
Cider.
that's absolutely fine.
Thank you. Can't say no to a recommendation.
Oh, that's it.
What are you doing next?
Yorkshireman next. Last one, yeah.
Yorkshireman.
Yeah.
Different beers in there.
Nice one, thank you.
Sorry, my hands are free. It's not working properly today. 8:20.
Cheers, nice one.
Yeah.
Right, I've got my pint of Reedy Hallows Brewing Co. Pendleside, about 4.something%, and it's £4.10 a pint, I think. Tell you what, Skipton's very consistent in its pricing. £4, 4%. £4 a pint. There you go. Yeah, Skipton's is very. Everywhere's been the same, but near enough so far. So yeah, let's give this one a go. Oh, that's a fantastic bitter, that one. Absolutely beautiful, lovely malty character to it, and a nice balanced finish. Yeah, I'd happily drink a few of them, happily session this bit. Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Early Doors Micropub. That, to me, is the perfect example of your sort of spit and sawdust micropub. Just a local spot for the regular customers, cask beer focused, but with like maybe a couple of lagers on to appease the others that aren't real ale fans. You go in, you get a really friendly bartender, and you end up in a conversation just with locals. Absolutely fantastic, that spot. Honestly, it's going to be really hard to choose what your sort of top spot is in Skipton, and you might have noticed that I'm not rating the pubs out of 10 today, and that's because I've sort of decided to switch it up a little bit and just do a sort of conclusion of each pub and then talk about what I liked about it, and then maybe rate as a pub of the day at the end of the day, because it's getting quite difficult to be consistent with the ratings, because a pub that's an 8 out of 10 one place might not be an 8 out of 10 somewhere else, and I don't want to just be unfair to the pubs. But we've got one more pub today, and it's called the Yorkshireman, and apparently this place, 99.9% of the pub, as I've heard, is Yorkshire produce. So all the gins, the whiskies, the beer, everything, they put an emphasis on getting in Yorkshire products, which is, I think, is really cool. So I'm here now, so I'll show you it, and I'm looking forward to this one. So yeah, let's see what beers they've got on.
Around.
Yeah, I'm at even number pubs, so it's me today. Hey up.
One of you's got to be.
That's me.
Not you. You're easy.
Hey up.
No, I'll do it.
You alright?
What's your laces?
Oh, nice one. Yeah,
Yeah, nice to see you.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'll see.
Oh, yeah, not too bad. Last pub of the day for us today.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What pub crawl, yeah?
Yeah, doing the micro pubs of Skipton today.
Yeah. So a few of them.
Yeah, we were
One
pub
or two.
number 6, this one is. So.
Yeah, there's a 6 of us, is it?
Yeah, it seems that way, yeah. Yeah, pint of
I didn't want to
gamekeeper.
put my own on it.
It's solid enough anyhow.
Stop going out then.
I think I'll do a pint of the Black Dove, please.
Yeah. You're up, it's, well, have you had it before?
No, I
It's a
haven't.
really good.
I think I tried to have it once in it was actually in Sulby Bridge, but it was off, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll have it for that.
We went for it. And
See you
then-
later.
Right, yeah, we had to swap it. So
I'm gonna go home and get changed. I'll come back after dinner. I'll come back out. I'll get to on your phone, mate.
Sorry,
Look at the size I split with it, it's brilliant.
you've got a bit of beam on there. I'm just laughing at the landlord. They just look like the nuke of the north.
And I am Nuke of the North.
God, eh?
It's fresh on, is that? Good.
Nice one, thank you.
fantastic, nice one.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Nice one, mate. Cheers.
Right, yeah, we've got the Black Dub, which is the Wensleydale brewery, I think. I've tried to have this beer before, but and I think it was in Sulby Bridge, but it was off at the time. It was just sort of on the turn, so I didn't get to try it properly, and we ended up swapping it. So I'm excited to go for this one. Yeah, it's a lovely dark beer. See what it's like. Cheers. Tell you what, that is fantastic. Creamy, chocolatey, a little bit sweet. It's more like milk chocolate than dark chocolate. Absolutely beautiful pint. And this pub is absolutely fantastic. Everything in the pub, except from the mixers, is from Yorkshire. So all the spirits are from Yorkshire, all the beers are from Yorkshire. The wine even is from Yorkshire. They even said, in fact, most of the stuff here is specifically North Yorkshire. So really, really local produce and fantastic quality. Cheers. That was the Yorkshireman. Now, that was for me a fantastic spot. He said that all the spirits they do, all the ales they do, all the lagers they do, all that sort of thing, the pickled eggs, the snacks, everything is sourced from Yorkshire, and it's a real emphasis on getting local produce in the pub, which I just think is absolutely a fantastic idea. Now, like I said to you before, I've not rated the pubs today, and in some ways I'm glad I've not done that, because I think every single pub today would be a 9 or a 10 out of 10. It would just be impossible to differentiate them, and this is probably overall the best quality pub crawl I've been on today, to date. Every place has been absolutely fantastic. As for giving a pub of the day, which is what I originally wanted to do, it's going to be very difficult. For me, the Swadford Tap and then the Early Doors were both cracking, working class, no frills micropubs that were just exactly what they said on the tin: socialising, real ale, no messing about, no music, nothing like that. just decent working people having a pint and talking. The beer engine obviously was fantastic. It's a bit more upmarket than some of the others. It's Yorkshire's regional pub of the year for a few times now, I believe, and it keeps winning the local pub of the year, and I think it deserves it because it is a great pub. But I think at the end of the day, I've also got to give a shout out to Speakeasy, because I think Troy, who was working in there, was quite possibly the best barman I've ever dealt with. He was super nice, super friendly, super knowledgeable about the beers and what they sold, and it was a great spot, was the Speakeasy. If you're going to come into Skipton, then I absolutely think you should probably do the pubs that I've been to, because every single one has been absolutely fantastic. Now, if I'm going to give a pub of the day, I think it has to be the Yorkshireman. David, the landlord in there, was just utterly fantastic. He was brilliant. He was really friendly. All the products are from Yorkshire. The Black Dove was an absolutely fantastic dark beer. It had that lovely milk chocolate character to it, and yeah, it's a really difficult choices that the Yorkshireman should win, because everywhere today has been absolutely up here for me. 100%. If you want to do a pub crawl of real ale pubs, come to Skipton. If you like your micropubs, come to Skipton. And if you come into the country and want to get a sample of some decent beers, and come to Skipton. So what more can I say? That was the pub crawl today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and especially since it's January and the pubs are a lot quieter than they'd normally be, support your local pub. Cheers.
Thank you.